Hey everyone, welcome in to another episode of Notoriety here on WGLB AM 1230, 104.7 FM on the radio, and of course streaming on YouTube. Just follow along at WJLB 1230. Hit that follow button. Get great programming such as this one. Phil Patempa is on assignment today, but here I am, Tony Panek, along with Luke Miller.
Yep, hello. Good morning, Tony.
To guide. Good morning. It's like Regis and Regis, I guess, right here today.
Right.
Two Regises. But yes, we are here this morning to bring you another great episode. Don't forget, this is the podcast broadcast equivalent to all the stories you read in the Post Tribune, Chicago Tribune as well. Pretty much popping up from the ink and on to the airwaves. We couldn't thank our sponsors enough for this show. I mean, there's been many sponsors.
Mm-hmm. The ones for this current season, Andy and Sue Arnold, People's Bank, and also Theater at the Center, Home Away from Home.
That's where we flash the badges right there. So, again, thank you for those who have supported it currently and supported this program through the almost 10 years it's been on the air here at WJOB. We got a great show, as I mentioned. I'm going to let Luke Miller give the introductions to today's guest.
Yep, exactly. We're going to keep it in-house with Theater at the Center, as we've had a wonderful history of kids' theater programming and kids' theater classes. And this summer, we've had a couple of classes, and in the last few weeks, we've had our instructor here to my left, Neva Hutchinson.
Hello.
And also her helper and an alum of the Theater at the Center stage, the acclaimed actor Julian Solis.
Couldn't do it without both of you, Luke and Julian.
Well, I assist a little bit, yeah. But between the three of us, and especially Neva, spearheading the class that's been running since July 13th, Masks by Kendra Thomas, and of course, built around the youngsters. And especially, it's coming to a close here this week with a performance on Thursday. Right, Neva?
Yes, that's right. And it's a free performance at 7 o'clock at Theater at the Center. We have 7 actors in it, ranging in age from 10 to 12, I think it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And before we get too much into the details of that performance, go ahead and tell us, Neva, some of your background in theater and with kids' classes and where you were beforehand before coming over here.
Sure. I basically teach what I was trained. I've done over 60-some productions of theater and screen and soap operas and things like that. I spent 10 years in New York, where I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. A lot of those classes I learned at the American Academy I'm still using today with the students. Then I moved to San Francisco, where I spent 40 years, and I studied with different teachers there and did my work. So I've been working ever since I could get on the stage.
Now, you mentioned your extensive background there, and it's really impressive, I got to say. But for the, teaching, guiding these children's classes, is this something that was all new to you, or have you worked with kids before?
I've worked with kids before. I taught for 14 years. I taught Shakespeare to middle schoolers.
Wow.
Yes.
That's got to be fun.
It was fun. It was very exciting. And they learned the lines that Shakespeare wrote.
It's tough.
Yes.
No easy task.
They were edited down versions, but we did it completely with costumes and props and sword fighting and the whole works.
I don't know what's harder, teaching calculus or teaching Shakespeare to middle schoolers.
Both equal there. But the current show, or the current class, is entitled Mask. Why that name there, Neva? What's the symbolism behind that?
Well, the lead character, Lynn, talks about in the beginning about how different people put on masks. Her parents, she feels, and she feels that she wishes she could get in with the in crowd, which is the cheerleaders and the football players. And she takes robotics. She's a robotics champion. So she finds that she doesn't have a place to sit at the table. And then she discovers a young lady who's wearing a mask, a half mask, like Phantom of the Opera, which is a reference in the play, Phantom of the Opera. And she discovers if she has a mask, she becomes popular. And her best friend, he wants to be friends with her still, and he's finding it very difficult whenever she wears a mask. So he finds a mask and he puts it on. And she decides she doesn't like him when he's wearing a mask. So together they make the decision that they're not going to wear masks anymore, that they're going to be who they are, which I think is a very important message.
It's a good life lesson, yeah.
Middle schoolers and high schoolers and children who are developing.
And how long has this course been going on here?
Only 3 weeks.
3 weeks. And just after 3 weeks, you could see him take the stage. I believe we have a
Yes.
graphic here as well. Adrian will flash. Mask, a free presentation. We should clarify that. It's a free presentation by Kendra Thomas, of course, directed by Neva Hutchinson, who's sitting right next to me here. July 30th, that's coming up. We should always timestamp this episode, right, Luke?
Yep.
So
this is
Tuesday.
Tuesday, July 28th.
So
So you got a couple days to come on
If you're
over
listening to this live, it's a couple days
Make your
away,
plans.
Thursday, July 30th at 7 p.m. And how many kids in this show?
7.
7.
And I can tell you their names.
Yeah,
of the
let's give 'em a shout out
stars
here.
We
Yes.
have in this, and some of the students took classes with me previously and are taking with me again, which is wonderful to have them. Alex Dambeck, Ethan Dickman Lopez, Oliver Dickman Lopez, Genevieve Garcia, Evelyn Paul, Aria Shenvar,
All right, again.
Amelia Russo. Sorry.
Well, that's perfect. And of course, we got Julian down here as well, who's been helping out with the classes. He's been helping us a lot out at the theater this summer. Julian, you're a young fella, but your history with the theater starts rather young, correct?
Yes, that is true. Ever since I was 7 years old, I've been doing theater, and then when I was 12, I auditioned for and got into It's a Wonderful Life at Theater at the Center. And I was also in Over the Tavern at Theater at the Center. That was like what seeing Big River at Theater at the Center and then immediately afterwards being in It's a Wonderful Life was really what convinced me that acting and performing is the thing that I want to do with my life. And that's the reason that I'm here. And I'm very lucky to be back here helping you guys at kind of the place where all of my love
Yeah,
Full
bit
circle.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Exactly. And isn't it a bit of a full circle moment as well to see, even though you're still young, that you got your start in theater at a young age, and then you're able to help these kids out, and maybe they'll have that same revelation that you did, that, hey, this is a field and a career that I want to continue down. This is a vocation that I want to continue.
Yeah, it is really, really cool to do that. I have been helping a little bit with rehearsals, helping move things around, reset props. Whenever we have popsicle breaks, I go and get the popsicles.
I've heard about these popsicle breaks. I might have to join the class. I think I'm too old.
But it is very cool to...
I tell the actors that the popsicle breaks, actors relax too. Relaxing is a very important part of the process.
Because you probably get the first day. I mean, there's nerves, right?
Yes.
They don't know what this might happen. Or nervous. You got to kind of ease them into it a little bit.
Right, and we do it at 3:00, an hour into the performance or rehearsal.
And they know it on the dot.
They do. They know it on the dot, and it gives them a chance to relax and kind of talk among themselves, and it's quite exciting.
And that was something that you and I were a little surprised by, and pleasantly surprised by, Neva, that how much that they were willing to conversate and talk amongst each other without you even having to try during those popsicle breaks, because we hear and see so much about young kids where they're glued to their tablets, right?
Right.
And they're not talking to themselves or talking to each other so much, but they were socializing very easily, and even with you as well and with the rest of us as well during those breaks.
They were, certainly. And Julian kind of got thrown to the wolves on Thursday. He had to take over the class for 2 hours.
He's a pro at this point.
Yes, my goodness. I heard he did a wonderful job.
Thanks. That was our first off-book day, and the kids did very, very well. Like when I got there, I asked them. I had to take over because Neva was not feeling too well. I came with a plan. I was like, we're going to do the show with the scripts, and if they feel good enough, we're going to do it without. When we got there and I asked them about it, they were all like, we don't know about it.
Yeah.
And then after we ran the show once, I was like, okay, we're going to run it again without our scripts. And they did amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like, they had it. They got it.
Like fish to water.
Mm-hmm.
It's like flying when that happens.
Yeah.
Birds to the sky.
And go ahead and timestamp. When is this presentation coming up again, Neva?
Oh, it's on Thursday at 7 o'clock, and it's free at Theater at the Center.
Wonderful.
July 30th, right there.
July 30th. That's right. And I was going to give the address of Theater at the Center, but I'm not quite sure.
Oh, Luke
what
has
it
this
is.
memorized.
Memorized on the back of my hand.
The phone numbers,
good.
Oh, phone numbers. Yes,
social security numbers of everybody.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Not on air. So you can call 219-836-3255, extension 1 if you want more information about the kids' classes. And again, that address for Theater at the Center, 1040 Ridge Road in Munster, Indiana.
And we got to say, too, once people listen to this, maybe they have kids or kids are listening to this show. You never know. But once this concludes, South Shore Arts Theater Center, we have this great relationship because, well, one, we're both in the same building, so it's pretty easy to have a great relationship. But,
Right across the hall.
we share, of course, into the arts. And, Luke, it doesn't end right here. I mean, Neva, I know you'll be back here, and we're looking to, fill out the summer as well. So, I mean, late summer, early fall, winter. Luke, it keeps on going.
It keeps going, yeah, exactly. Keep checking our website and keep calling in to get specific dates. But we will for sure have more theater opportunities for the young ones because we get emails and calls all the time. Parents and kids alike, they want to always be engaged in the arts and have something for them to really sink their teeth in.
Not just the summer thing. I mean, of course, kids are out of school, but it's a great after-school activity as well, learning about theater and the arts.
One of my things that really impressed me was we asked for all the students to write one sentence about their experience, and one of the girls wrote, it's great, you can be yourself and still play a character. And she's 9 years old.
That's wise.
I thought that was so grown up of her, and what a wonderful realization to have happen. She'd never been on stage before, really. She'd done school productions, I guess, but not plays. So.
A lot is too. Even if you don't say you don't want to continue with theater, it's just great to do these classes because when I was at Second City, I took an improv class. I didn't dream of going to Saturday Night Live or anything, but just building the confidence and no matter what your work environment or what your future takes you, it's good to have these well-rounded properties there to learn.
Absolutely, the confidence, the awareness of what's being involved and what's being asked of you. I think all of these students have shown a real propensity for that.
And you know what? In the tradition of Phil Potempa, I'm going to ask a Larry King level question.
Whoa.
Okay.
Don't worry. Not
Larry
that bad.
King level.
But I remember when we were initially talking about the kids' classes a few months ago, Neva, that you were a little nervous because you hadn't taught kids in a while, right? So then you decided, I'm going to jump into this. I'm still going to try to teach these kids, even though they're a little younger than the middle schoolers and high schoolers that you previously taught. What were some of the lessons and some of the adjustments that you had to make when teaching a younger subset of students?
Well, I made sure that I was first of all, the first students that I had were wonderful. They were just wonderful, and I think Luke agreed with me. And these students are wonderful also. We've had nothing but wonderful students come through the door. I don't know if it's Theater at the Center that pulls them in or South Shore Arts that pulls them in.
It's a mixture of both. We're a team.
Yeah,
We'll
the teamwork really works. So there was that, and then there was setting up the structure is what I did, and that's what really helped me out in terms of we do the warm-up, we play the theater games, all of that. We have the popsicle break, we do the run-through, we work on the spot cleaning of the monologues, things like that. Every student in this production has a monologue, except for one child who has a football as his prop. He's the football carrier. So.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to come to the show to see what that's all about.
Right.
And again, that takes place this Thursday, July 30th at 7 p.m. at Theater Center, 1040 Ridge Road. You can't miss it.
No, you can't. And it's free. You can't get any better than that.
Can't get better for free.
Yes.
Now, Julian, of course, I'll ask. I guess I'll ask another Larry King question.
Too.
Of course, you do a lot of theater activities here in the region. If you've seen local shows, maybe at name some Toll.
The Toll Theater, the Marion Theater Guild. I was in Los Angeles there. I was just recently at Westminster Presbyterian Church, we've started Unity Players. I was in Finding Nemo, the musical.
Oh wow!
But-
That's
but-
exciting.
But he also dabbles on the side as well as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. How'd you get into being Spider?
my
I hope I'm not
goodness,
revealing any Peter Parker
Spider-Man.
situation
What a
here.
wonderful part for
But if you're at an event and you see Spider-Man, it
Oh,
might
my
possibly be Julian.
goodness.
Julian, what got you into getting into the role of Spider-Man?
Well, Spider-Man has always been one of my favorite characters of any time. Any
He also wears a mask.
Yes.
Yes.
He
Tie-in.
also does wear a mask.
Yes.
That ties in a bit. A lot of his stories are about his double life and how difficult that can be. But, off the top of my head, I can't remember when exactly it started, but I was, the party company that I work for was started by someone who I met doing shows at Genesius Guild. And she was just like, hey, I need a Spider-Man for the Porch Parade. Would you like to do that? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. So she brought me the suit. I got put on the suit, and I stood on top of a truck, and I did like the Spider-Man pose on top of a truck and waved at kids, and it was so cool. And then they started asking me to do parties, and I do the Portage Parade every single year. If you see Spider-Man sitting on the back of a truck, or if you saw Spider-Man sitting on the back of the truck in the Portage Parade, that was me.
That was you.
Oh, how exciting!
And of course, the new movie coming out here this weekend.
2 days.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness!
wow.
You got your tickets?
Not yet.
Wow.
Not yet, but I want to go.
We should all go to the midnight show. How about that? Let's all go. But that's, again, another boost for Spider-Man there. But again, ties into the mask
Yeah.
situation here. And I keep posted, give that website there, Luke, for future classes.
Yep, you can visit us at theateratthecenter.com, theater ending with the R-E, theateratthecenter.com.
And then check it out again, late summer, fall, winter, pretty much all year round. We try to have some stuff going.
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
Because arts doesn't stop once the
The arts
summer
doesn't
ends.
stop, so we don't stop.
We don't stop. Anything else we should add to this performance here this Thursday? I mean, we got, it seems
Well,
like
families are invited.
Families
It's
are
a
invited.
Family show. There's no swearing. There's no.
If the 8-year-olds were
there's no
swearing, then we'd be
violence,
that'd be
no, none of that.
Yeah, there's none of that. It's about cheerleaders and football players and people who feel alienated, students who feel alienated, who come to themselves at the end.
And of course, plenty of seats, beautiful 400-seat
Beautiful
theater
just gorgeous.
in the semi round there. So again, there's no shortage of seats and a great view no matter where you sit.
exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
and
And-
good parking.
That and
Great
a great
parking.
opportunity if you aren't enrolled in the class, you aren't friends or family, but you're interested in seeing what the end result of these classes are. You'll be very impressed, and you can decide, hey, I'll sign my kid up for one of these classes. Looks like they're
Sure.
having a great time and learning a lot of lessons about not just theater, but about how to socialize with others. And yeah, it's a great opportunity.
And don't forget the popsicle breaks.
Yeah, and feel free to talk to me or Julian or Luke or Tony about any of this, about the show or about classes you may want to take. Or,
Yep, exactly.
And I guess I should ask too, like what goes into when you're making a course? Because every course could be different, right? So
Right,
you
every
kinda
course
gotta-
is different.
You look at the weeks ahead and you just kind of sit down and say, okay, this is what we want this week, this week, this week. It's a well-structured design.
Yes, it is. This show was a little bit different because we were doing a performance, and I had to know in advance who the students were going to be that might be in the performance. So I felt confident, or more confident, I should say, when 4 people signed up from the last class. Then I was able to say, well, I have this core of actors that I can count on to turn in a good performance. And I want all the students to feel confident and to feel comfortable and secure in what they're doing and to not feel like theater is a scary place. I don't want that to happen. So
Yeah, and that's a good point too. And maybe Julian, you could speak to this as well. I mean, for folks that families, kids on the fence about it, you started young. I mean, any words of advice for people that are thinking about it?
I mean, just dive right in. It's not something like this isn't as high stakes as actually being in a full production. Like even community theater can be a little bit more stressful if you're just starting out. But this, you get taught the basics. You get put into a production to actually put it into practice and learn, which I think is the best way to learn. Obviously, some of the classes might be a little bit different, but it's cool. It's fun. The kids always have so much fun. I think one of my favorite moments was from the rehearsal that I was running during the popsicle break. Some of the kids were just like singing Hamilton songs as they were eating their popsicles. It was really funny.
It's talent.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Well,
And-
too, if this might spark a bug in them, an interest in them, and they continue on to community theater and even past community theater. Who knows, Neva? You may have the next Tom Cruise on your hand
I
here, or
might.
your next, as superstar.
And you know what? I'd be remiss before we round out the show here. Want to make sure to give the contact information for our partner, South Shore Arts, because they have all these theater classes and a host of other classes right there.
Ceramics.
Yep, exactly. Ton of them based right there at the CVPA,
Drawing,
the center.
painting.
Ton of them.
That's
Photography,
ceramic.
I
Yeah,
believe they're trying as
wonderful
well.
arts.
Yep. So you can reach them online, southshoreartsonline.org, or you can call them at their number, 219-836-1839.
They're always
South Shore
making
Arts.
some ceramics downstairs. It's it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just end with this. There are 2 rules that I have that I tell the students when they come in. And one of them is don't pick up a prop that isn't yours, because actors go off stage and reach for the sword and it's not there if you do. And don't direct the other person. And that's a good
go.
rule in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good rule.
Exactly. Yeah. If we could all live by that, we'd be.
Good final words there, Neva. Any final words there, Julian?
Have a good rest of your day, everyone.
Hey, that's a great final word. One more time, can we flash that flyer right there? Mask, free presentation by Kendra Thomas, directed by Neva Hutchinson. That takes place July 30th. If you're listening to us here on Tuesday, the 28th, just 2 days from now,
Yes.
July 30th at 7 p.m., 1040 Ridge Road Theater at the center. Hope to see everybody out there. And it's great, too, for the families of the kids involved. They just come out and see, maybe possibly their kids' first performances.
Right.
Yeah. That's fun.
Right.
With that, thank you all for being on the show here today.
Yep.
Luke, now how does it work? Do you thank me and I thank you?
Let's say thank you at the same time. Thank you, Tony.
How does
Thank
you.
Regis do it?
I don't
Make our
know.
own.
It's crazy. That's my
Yeah.
Regis. That's my Regis right there. But thank you all for listening. Thank you all for
Thank
watching. We'll be back here next week again. Phil Potempa on assignment. Tony Panek, Luke Miller in for this episode of Notoriety. And I forget what he says at the end. May your day take you.
We wish you well wherever your path may take you, be it morning, afternoon, or evening.
There you go.
Oh, that's lovely.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.